What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and this is the internet. Probably the most important invention in modern times, at least in my opinion. But did you know that the internet was invented right here in Los Angeles at UCLA? Let's get into it. So the origins of the internet are rooted in the 1950s Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States. Both superpowers had nuclear arsenals and people lived in fear of surprise nuclear attacks. The United States realized it needed a communication system that was not vulnerable to a potential Soviet attack. At the time, computers were large, expensive machines routinely weighing more than a ton that were only used by military scientists and university researchers. The machines were powerful for their time, but researchers grew frustrated because they were far and few between and they'd often have to travel far distances just to access one. As one potential solution, researchers started time sharing. They'd access a mainframe computer through a series of terminals, but it would only leave them a fraction of the power of each computer. In 1958, President Dwight D. Eisenhower formed the Advanced Research Projects Agency, or ARPA, to test the feasibility of a large-scale computer network. By 1965, there was a breakthrough. Computer scientist Lawrence Roberts made two computers talk to each other. From his laboratory at MIT to another computer at Santa Monica, he was able to use a modem, and he transferred data using what was called digital packets. But it was September 2nd, 1969 at UCLA that computer scientist Leonard Kleinrock developed what was called packet switching, which was a way of splitting and sending data over a network that the internet was actually born as computers were able to exchange data for the first time. He used a computer at UCLA, this interface message processor, to type a message to another computer up at Stanford. So he was trying to tell the computer at Stanford to log in, but because they didn't have the technology, they had to be on the phone at the same time. So he typed the L. Did you get the L? We got it. Did you get the O? We got it. And then the computer crashed. But the first messages were sent through the internet that day. They eventually finished that message, which was supposed to be log in, and the internet was off and running. Well, it was called the ARPA network at that point, but by 1973, 30 different military, academic, and research institutions had joined the network. Soon, protocols were introduced, computers advanced, and the ARPANET became a global interconnected network, or internet. And it all happened right here at room 3420 in Boelter Hall at UCLA. So the next time you're checking your email, looking at Instagram, using Netflix, just remember the most important invention of modern times, the internet, was invented right here in Los Angeles at UCLA. All right, LA, it's been a minute.